Now, why was UNRWA created separate from UNHCR? What is UNHCR? The United Nations High Commission for Refugees. If you are a refugee from Ukraine, refugee from Russia, refugee from Mexico, refugee from anywhere, UNHCR is in charge of you. If you have been expelled for illegal reasons, political reasons, you become a refugee, UNHCR will deal with you. If you are of Palestinian origin, it is not allowed for the UNHCR to deal with your case. It is not allowed. UNRWA will deal with your case. Why? Listen to this, a lot of Muslims are not aware. When Israel first expelled 700,000 people, and the United Nations original agency, which became UNHCR, technically speaking, UNHCR was created after, but there was an agency before, ISO, let's not get into the details there. That agency said, we'll take them. Israel said, no. We will not allow you to take the Palestinians under the global umbrella of refugees. Why? 1949, so many Jewish people were also expelled from Europe. And the UNHCR parent organization took their case. And Israel said, as a part of their rights, they must be given the option to return to their homelands. And the UN agreed. You guys following? If you were expelled from Poland, if you were expelled from Ukraine, the UN gave the right of return to whom? To whom? The Jewish people that were expelled because of the Nazis. Now, if they gave the same UN code and resolution, the same organization took charge of Palestine, what would happen? The right of return. Israel said no. And the superpowers of the time, our country included, said no. We cannot allow the same organization that deals with other refugees to take charge of Palestinians. Well, what are you going to do? Where will 700,000 people go? Who's going to take care of them? They are passportless. They are stateless. They don't have nationality. They don't have opportunity to work. The highest unemployment rate in the world for the last 3 decades is Gaza. The highest unemployment rate. Why? Because they don't even have legal pay. They're not even legal recognized by any country. They don't have an existence in the political system. So the UN created a separate body just for Palestine, just for Palestinian refugees, and that is called UNRWA. Now, once you have created 2 bodies, now it becomes very easy to control the one of them without influencing the other. And this was the goal, and we see the reality this week. This was the goal from day one, to have a separate entity, and that is why UNRWA has always been under pressure, meaning Israel has always put UNRWA under pressure to shut down its offices, to minimize, and that's why when Trump came to office, the first thing that he did in 18 it was, one of the first things he did, he says, I'm going to cut off UNRWA's money. And he did for a year. UNRWA's money was shut off because of the lobby in this country. Thank God the next year after that it came back and whatnot, but it caused a mini crisis within its own land. So UNRWA in reality is a creation, believe it or not, because of Israeli pressure. They didn't want the United Nations to take charge of them. Now that they created it, they feel they have control over it, and in a certain way they do, as we see what happened over here. And they have been trying to shut down UNRWA for the last 75 years because, as we said, UNRWA is the primary employer of the Palestinian people. Over 30,000 Palestinians across the world are employed by UNRWA. UNRWA is the primary source of food and water. UNRWA is the primary source of clinical and medicinal aid. UNRWA is the largest body that teaches the children of Gaza. The highest literacy rates in the Arab world is in Gaza, and the highest unemployment is also in Gaza. Go figure, right? They're smart kids. They want to study. They don't have any jobs. What are they going to do? So what is going to happen? Obviously, UNRWA becomes a soft target.